Welcome along. It is Wednesday, and that means it is qualifying time for this week's event. The week of this event turns to the Northern Europe event with Bottas and Magnussen 20% boosted, and we've got the Frost boost as highlighted there as well. Hopefully you've seen my strategy guide already for the qualifying. If you haven't, go and check it out. It was uploaded on Tuesday, and you'll get to see some lovely strategies like this. So make sure to go and check it out. Big detail on there. So we're going to have a look and see how we do on our free-to-play account. And fingers crossed, we can score the big points. That's what is literally needed. And hopefully we can have another great weekend again. Let's show you though, first of all, what we are running on this free-to-play account. Valtteri Bottas and Kevin Magnussen both come in, and they're both level 8. Best ones that we've got, and we're using the same car as last week as well. So fingers crossed. I think last week in qualifying we got around 137 points. Can we beat that today? We're about to find out. Shall we do it? Shall we get into some enjoyment of the free-to-play? Qualifying race number 1 coming from Silverstone. So here we go, first race up. Can we get some big points to begin with? I mean, this is a strong chance of the wet stuff here at Silverstone. So let's see if we've got a dry or a wet race. We qualify well, P14 and P18, that's better than expected. And we've got a dry race to begin with. So Bottas and Magnussen. Of course, we don't have many great boosts, so we're going to need something on the race start, and we're going to look at using firework for boost. Can we get off to some big point start? We're about to find out. Let's give it our all. Race time. Come on then, here we go. Welcome along. The enjoyment of the free-to-play is well and truly off. Good and fast starts for both. Can we get up the field? We've got rain coming in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Kevin Magnussen out in P12, looking at the back of Ocon, and he slips up the inside with Bottas in P16. So not the best start. We would have loved to get higher, but not to be at the moment. But we're still up to P9 and P15 with that rain coming in 2.5 minutes time. So we might go soft and mediums for Bottas to begin with. But he's in P15 at the moment. Can we just edge out a few more places as we look to try and get past these? And Bottas is up to P14 now, coming in this lap. And we're definitely going to look, I believe, to the medium tyres. Kevin Magnussen looking at the back of George Russell. And we're going to push Bottas. And Magnussen up into P8. Come on, K-Mag. Let's start delivering the points. What about Bottas? Is mediums the right way to go on Bottas? I think it is. I think we might be okay there. And we're going to bring him in. We are going to have to pit with K-Mag. So we are going to have to go for a soft stint here. And we're just going to push ahead as quick as we can. We're going to come back for the softs. And already we are up to P5. So it's a decent start now in this first stint. Can we take P4? Chances are we can. And we can. We do get the word. P4 for K-Mag. And Bottas, slow on the straight, but he's up into P15 on their medium tyres. These two are going to end up on the same strategy, I believe. But there's not a lot we can do about that. There's a nice enough gap between them at the moment. But that's going to be et very quickly. And I think there's going to be another 2 laps of Bottas here. Magnussen's coming out on the softs. So we're not going to double stack, which is nice at the moment. We've probably got another lap after this to do as well. So we've just got to bide our time. Maybe earn some power unit on Bottas. But we've got definitely one more lap to do. We need to start earning some power unit. As Bottas just struggling with traction. And he's got up to 25%. It's going to be a last 2 lap sprint, it's going to feel like. And we've definitely got one more lap in ourselves. So few people into the pits. We're going to come back for wets on Magnussen. Bottas is going to do the same. And K-Mag's up to P4 with this rain coming as well. Can we score well already? We're gaining that power unit back, and there's a what the hell is happening down here? Bottas all over the shop, and he's going to get past Fernando though. So rain is here. Can we get some points? Can we get some strategies going? K-Mag is going to come into the pits. Bottas is going to come into the pits as well. We're not going to be servicing any of the drivers. Now, hopefully, people stay out on dries. Because K-Mag is already out. Bottas is in. And K-Mag's in P4. One driver ahead on wet tyres. So we potentially can get another 2 spots maybe. And Bottas not finding it easy out there at the moment. He's in P12. Can he get Russell in P11? No, he can't. So Bottas struggling with the overtakes, but he's through now. And he's into P11. Surely the tyres are going to come to us late in the day in Silverstone. Here's a move past Bottas. And now we've got Carlos Sainz that we can approach ahead as well. Cars starting to struggle, and that's seeing us come through the pack. Magnussen up to P2. Few people in the pits. It moves Bottas into P8. The pressure is on. We're not going to get P1. Max Verstappen, as always, on the optimum strategy. Bottas is in P8 with potentially one more car of Lando Norris to get. So looking like a P7 finish early on in race 1. And that's going to be a very decent start if we can get that P7. 70% rain now. We are right behind Lando. It looks like we are going to take what will be 7th place. And there we go, round the outside. And we will take that for a great start. Kevin Magnussen, 23 points, and Bottas, 18. It is a points race, 41 to begin with on the free-to-play account. Brilliant race, great strategy, and we've come home to deliver the points. With the rival coming home in P15 and P24, we will absolutely take the dollar there. And let's just show you that matchup. So good first race. Let me know how you get on in these races as well down below in the comments. It was a better team score for the rival. And you can see the strategy is just playing out with a rival doing a 4-3 and a 3-4. Level 8s for ourselves, but the car for the rival lacked that cornering. So that is a solid race of 41 in the bank. Race number 2. We are at Baku, and having started on a great 41 points, can we look to increase that here at Baku? It'd be great if we can. Difficult track, but there is some good overtaking opportunities. Let's see what we can do. P15 and P20, and we're going to have to use probably our race start and firework boosts as we look to get race start heavy. We're going to go for it. Cornering and race start is the best, we just simply don't have it. So, real player time, what are we going to do? 40 points would be fantastic, but let's see as we get racing. So, good start needed. We should get close to perfect. And we get perfect with K-Mag at P20. But can we get that initial push off the start? We're going to get pushed by the rival a little bit. Bottas getting a bit stuck. He's into P15 with Kevin Magnussen only P19. We're going to use that race start to try and make some early positions. You can see we've made one with Bottas. And we're just struggling to get past. But here's a move on Zhou Guan Yu maybe. Yes, there you go. Into P13. With Magnussen coming through as well as Bottas goes round the outside of the Alpine, and we are in to P number 12. We've got Bottas still ahead of us, and there's a quite slow pack of cars here that we could really do with getting past ASAP. Ocon ahead of us, and we're going to try and just accelerate past through these corners. Through 1 and 2 we go, and we still can't get past. Tricky little section, but we're through into P10. So we're struggling with overtakes. That's not good. We're now into P8. So it's getting tough out here at the moment. P14, P8. Looking at a move on Alonso and we're ahead into P7, but he comes back at us pretty quickly. And we're just going to save some power unit as we look to pit. Pitting early with Bottas, doing that 2-3. Well, not 2-3-3, is it? 2-2-3. And a 3-2-2. K-Mag into P10. Let's push him through that middle section, see if we can get him any more positions. Bottas is out in P21. He's already up to P20, P19. Now we are making some overtakes here on F1 Clash at Baku. Now the field has split out a little bit. We've almost at the back of some traffic again, but Bottas is taking care of that one car at a time. And at the moment, we're up to P17. And P16 now. We're going to try and just earn some power unit down here. As we hopefully Bottas skims off into the pits. He doesn't. He's still ahead of us. And it'll be a medium return at the end of this stint. We still can't make the easy passes. We're going to boost again. And now we're through. Magnussen, 2 cars ahead. This is a race that is full of traffic. It has been a nightmare. Whether or not they're all on a 4, they're all on hards or something. There's a lot of hard tyres. That's why we're struggling. But I tell you what, Magnussen is trying, bless him. And that means we're going to be on the same strategy as all these hard runners, apart from Magnussen, who takes Carlos Sainz at that corner. Bottas is in. Kevin Magnussen will continue round. And we do move up into the top 10. We don't want to go on that. And Bottas is out as well, behind the rival. And we're going to push through this section again. Can we get some points? Bottas it's not looking good for. We're going to go past the rival. We're going to go past De Vries. And yet again, we've just got tons of traffic ahead of us. Hutch have decided the traffic is going to be a pain in this race. And it's going to be hard to get past. But at the minute, we've got K-Mag coming in. With Bottas chasing down. As we try and take a screenshot of this. But we're in P16. And we're back out. Only 2 laps to go. And we're sitting near the back. That's not strong at all for us. We needed better. P13 we've got up to. Can we get past Logan Sargent? Yes, we can into P12. So we are making some moves. It's not quick enough. And it turns out to be a difficult race here in Baku. Bottas is up to P14. Any last lap pips would be nice. And there's no one in there, which helps. And again, can't get through that second corner. But we're trying. K-Mag up to P11 and still can't get P11. Where's the overtaking gone? Rival's going to finish ahead of us by the look of it. We're into P10. Rival look like they're doing the one stop. And it's worked well for them, especially with the traffic. K-Mag gets into P9. And Bottas into P12. It's not going to be a great race. But we'll take P9. Bottas in P12. It is only 29. It's a return to reality. That was a very difficult race. I mean, we did get a rival which was higher than us, and we scored okay at 29 points. It just felt like everybody was on the same strategies, and there's a lot of lap 3, lap 4 pits out there. And of course, we have cars coming in lap 3, lap 2, 3 and 4. So that's why we just got so much traffic. But we did the best we could. Look at 7, 8, 10, 11, all on the freeze. It just didn't work as good. Drivers, 8 and 7 for the rival. And the car was a bit more higher speed than ourselves. Here we go. We had some great luck in, opening round and final round in Miami. We had some brilliant races here. And here we go again at Miami. No chance of rain today, though. It is just in the dry. So what can we do? P14 and P18 is where we start. And we're going to have to use similar boosts because we just don't have it. 38 degrees to start off with, though. I think we should be fine on the soft still. We're going to go soft and mediums just in case. This is going to be very, very hot. And we're actually going to go medium and hards. We're going to look at doing the Street Shark. We've got plenty of them, and we'll worry about it later on. But here we go then. Let's see what we can do at Miami. You can usually get a good start here. You can make yourselves massively through the corners. We're going to do the old pit trick and hopefully that perfect start. And you can see slicing our way through like hot butter, a knife through hot butter. And we are in to P9 and P8. And that's going to get even better as we are now in P7 and P5. That is a brilliant start on this account. We're even higher now into P5 and P6. So this is looking very good indeed. Let's see if we can continue on. But as long as we don't go too far back, the weather is reducing in heat down to 35 degrees now. So that should help us out massively. We might still have to only do 2 laps with Bottas just to protect off. We can definitely do 3 with with K-Mag. So into P4, Valtteri Bottas goes. We'll definitely look at softs maybe next time round for him. And we're going to try and close this gap all the time as he goes into P4. Where can we get from here? We're going to come back for what will be the softs. It started to cool down. And K-Mag in a pretty decent position just behind his clone of K-Mag. And can we squeeze through? No, we can't. Bottas will come in, chasing down Fernando, the Spaniard. And he's going to nearly get him round the outside as they both enter the pits. K-Mag up to P7. And he's on the 3-2-2. We'll come back for some softs after this. So up to P3, that's a brilliant start. And Bottas coming out after his first stop in P11. So Baku was really a tough one. Maybe we did certainly underperform there because we're already on for bigger points here in Miami. Now we're going to try and get past the Red Bull and hold off from Hamilton. And we do get into P2. What a move by Magnussen. And here comes Bottas on Lance Stroll. He's through P9 and past Bottas into P8. Brilliant moves. And we are certainly motoring in this race. Kevin Magnussen from P2 into the pits. Good stop needed. And Bottas going to come back for mediums. He's going to take P5. And Kevin Magnussen's back out in P8. This is looking pretty tasty as we look to get back into the 40s. Can we get past K-Mag? The answer is yes. It flashes up in the screen. We're ahead of, and we're in P4 now behind Hamilton. We're not going to get Hamilton, but we'll conserve. But we're all over the back of him. 32 degrees. We're all good on track and weather temperature. There'll be a few people pitting here, and we'll come back for the softs next time round. So K-Mag moves himself up to P4 with Fernando ahead of him. Bottas could have done with getting ahead of K-Mag, but he's still out in P9. And we're trying to close on the rest of the field. Can we scrape some more points? There is no more pit stops now for Valtteri Bottas. There is one more for K-Mag. Let's see if we can just squeak past Fernando. And I don't think we can. No, we're just going to get stuck behind. So we'll hold him there. We are going to squeeze past K-Mag. It's only took 1 lap. But we're past finally. And we've got Bottas in P8. Hopefully some pit stops here. Not for Norris. And not for anyone else. Now we're up to P6. K-Mag can't get ahead of Sainz. Only P10. So we've got to try and get through. We're up into P9. Moving forward again here. Both our cars. As we try and look to close the gap on anyone who's looking to pit. Will there anybody pitting? 1, 2, 3 cars pitting. We're not going to get them all, but we are certainly going to try and close this gap and use the power unit that we've got to try and get track position. We're going to push hard with both cars. K-Mag, can he get past K-Mag? We know he doesn't have to move aside, but he is aside, and we're into P2 as Bottas gets in there. and gets ahead of the Red Bull. Kevin Magnussen's in P5. Are we on for some good points? It looks like we're going to be back into the 40s. Oh, system. I mean, we haven't got a lot of tyres left. Oh no, track temperature's gone up. We've only got 9% tyres. We're going to run out. We're going to concede some places here. Only at 7 now. We are definitely going to run out. But can we get Hamilton to try and eliminate the blow? Bottas now runs out. We've not timed that great. But Kevin Magnussen, can he sneak Hamilton? Can he sneak him to the line? No, we can't. It is P5 and P3. 42 points though still. That is a great return from Miami. Just a shame on Baku because that was a difficult big point drop as well. But 42 points from Miami, we will absolutely take that. That is good racing. And let's show you where that is. If you are liking the video, make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed as well. 1299 then. And we had level 3 Alonso, level 3 Hamilton. We had 140 speed over 121 cornering. So one race to go. And just to show you what we are on at the moment, 112. Another 40 points would be good. That would see us on 152. The last race then, Bahrain. Of the 20% boosted drivers for qualifying on this account. Can we go and score 40 points again? Man, I'm gutted about Baku because if we could have just sorted the strategy out, we could have been on for even better. It's a decent qualifying again in P14 and P18, so I'm really liking that. It's better than last week. It actually is better than last week. And I'm going to put both drivers on the same sort of strategy here, and I'm going to use Street Shark again. We've got plenty of them, and I just need the race start to be very handy. We're going to try and do both. If we can't do both, one will undercut. So, both get a perfect start. That's what we need. First corner can be tricky at Bahrain. We've got a real player as well, and we've done nicely to get into P7 and P9. Continue boosting down here, and we take nearly the Ferrari as we get up to P7 and P8. We're going to try and take 2 cars, and we do. We're up to P6, and we're making both of them coming through together. P4 and P6. Brilliant racing. P3 now. We are flying with Valtteri Bottas. The Mercedes of old is back. We're going to have to definitely undercut one of these drivers though. And I think we're going to go with Bottas based on the fact that he's ahead. Can we get K-Mag, who's running high? He'll have a nosebleed, he's that high in that Haas. And we can get P2. Going to come back for some softs. K-Mag P6. And he's going to get ahead of Verstappen into P5. Great move. And because we don't want a double stack, we're just going to have to bring Bottas in here. Otherwise, it's going to be chaos and we're going to lose too much time. But as we come down, we are going to service, so we don't have to service next time round. And we are into the pits. Hopefully we come out about P10, P11. That would be ideal. Might be a bit lower than that though. Let's see. Bottas coming out. There goes a few cars. We should get the launch off the exit. Oh, we survived. P10. Come on. And that means he can now chill for the next 3 laps. Magnussen is going to look okay here. He's got some good power unit left at 80%. We're going to just close that gap up a little bit. And we're going to come in as well. Bottas should come out ahead of these. Should be quite comfortable. And here you'll see it will, as we'll fly past. And we'll get ahead of the Red Bull as well. There's Perez come back though. We know how good that pit exit is. But it's P6 and P9 at the moment. There's plenty more to do in this race. Plenty more points to score. And we're up to P8 with Kevin Magnussen. Bottas claiming that power unit back. We might look at mediums if we're going to have a near full power unit. We might try and go attack mode. As K-Mag's got decent power unit as well. And let's use a bit of that, shall we? And we are going to come back for mediums here. As K-Mag's into P3. Nice little move there. And Valtteri Bottas. I think we'll go on the softs, actually. We're going to take P1. That is a great move. And we're going to be pretty quick on them softs still. We've got K-Mag right there in P3. Hamilton on the hards. It's going to be interesting to see if we can catch him up with Bottas and Kevin Magnussen next time around. But what we want to do is start creating the gap. If we can get ahead of Hamilton here, we can gain a couple of seconds back on him. And we are ahead. Bottas comes out P6. Let's try and get past Verstappen. Nice and early. And we're going to push down to around this corner coming up here. And then we will cut back down. So Rival's here with us as well. So Rival could upset the 47 party here. They're using the SAR boost. So really good cornering, some tyres on there as well. And Magnussen now into the pits. Rival's in as well. And the Rivals jumped us. Rivals jumped us then out the pits. They have got no power unit left. So Rivals putting in a very strong effort here. See if we can get Bottas past Perez. Yes, we can. So Rivals are danger. As Kevin Magnussen up the inside. Oh, we can't get the job done. Yes, he can get the job done. And now Bottas gets the job done. He's into P1. Tyres is going to be close. Servicing is going to be close. Rival using their power unit again, which they don't have much of. Kevin Magnussen down the home straight. Can look to boost. Can he keep the Rival at bay? He can at the moment. Can we squeak out 47 points in Bahrain? We've got Perez ahead of us now. We're through into P3. Can we get one more position? Lewis Hamilton right ahead of us. Can we go up the inside? Not yet. Come on. Come on. Let's go. We return to a 47 points race in Bahrain. What a race. P1 for Bottas. P2 for Kevin Magnussen. Let's go. Rival doing a decent job. P5 and P10. That is what we needed on this free-to-play account qualifying session. So let's show you how we have done then. So 1351 versus 1375, and we managed to pull off the good points. It was a 47 points in the bag, doing that opposite strategy, a 3-3-2 and a 2-3-3. Worked very, very well. Both running the same driver lineup as well. With the car, give me the cornering. I tell you every single time, cornering is key. That is why we come home nicely there. What does it do for the qualifying rounds? How many points have we scored? Let's go and take a look. So, into champs. And nearly into the 160 mark. We have scored 159 points from our qualifying session. That is a very good round, and that is using race start and speed boosts, not cornering. How did we do on the races? Wow. Guttingly, race 2 absolutely cost us. If we could have got another 11 points from that, we could have been on 170. But at the end of the day, we didn't. So we can't say we could. It is what it is. We got stuck in traffic. But free-to-play account scoring 159 points out of a possible 188. We will take that. It's only 29-point drop. A lot of it coming in Baku. But what a performance. Happy days. We are getting so much joy out of this free-to-play account. We are loving every minute. Make sure to hit the like button. Make sure you're subscribed. And we will see you for your strategy guide video on Friday for the weekend's racing. Good luck in your rounds, and we will see you there.